About today we're going to do some soil testing. I've got my trusty auger here. I'm going to show you how to take some soil samples. We've got about a hectare of turf area, and what we need to do in order to get an average of the soil that's around this hectare of area, we'll take about 10 or 15 sub-samples with my auger. Now these augers are like drawing apples, which you'll see shortly, but you can do it with a spade. Effectively what we want to do is to take a sample from the top 10 to 15 centimetres of the soil profile. So I'll stick it in the ground here, pick any spot, we can just stand on it. She's pretty compacted, this area. It'll need aeration as well. So as you can see, when we've pulled it out, we've got a sample of soil from the top 10 or 15 centimetres of the soil profile. That's where all the activity happens in regards to nutrition for the turf. Into the trusty bucket, and we move to our next area. So let's go over here. This turf surface won't last too long without water, given the compaction issues here. So we go to our next area and so forth until we've taken about 10 or 15 samples. Okay, we're getting our last sample now, so I'll just get this last one in. It's a bit of a struggle, it's very, very compacted, this soil. The last sample into the bucket, and what we'll do with this, we'll mix it all around so you get a consistent blend, and basically what we'll end up is with an average over the whole area. You'll see there's bits of vegetation in there. To get rid of the vegetation, we don't want that, we just really want the soil itself. So that's nice and consistent now. Simply a matter of getting a little sandwich bag, about half filling it. We make sure we write on the bag the details of the block, because these you might have to come back 2, 3, 4, 5 years later and you want to know where the sample was from. So the block, the date the sample was taken, any special features, as much information as possible to go to the lab. Any fertilisers you've used, any pesticides you've used, any special requirements if you're an organic grower for instance. Give us as much information as you can. We'll zip the soil off to the lab, we'll get the data back and we'll give you a full report. It'll be really easy to read, and then you'll have a course of action you can take for a really tremendous turf. That'll do us.